Great to see you all here, and it was great to have so many of the kids involved as well, and that's fantastic. And I know Rob thanked them, but thank you again, and thank you to our musos for all their preparation. Every year we come together to celebrate the birth of a Jewish boy born less than 10 k's outside of Jerusalem. And even though that was over 2,000 years ago, this boy has become the most famous person on planet Earth. The prophecy that was just mentioned in the song refers to Jesus as the Prince of Peace. And yet, we struggle to see peace in our world. And the brutal events of last Sunday on Bondi Beach rightly has us asking the question, well, where is this peace? Where is this peace? We sing songs of peace, songs of hope, but where is it? In line with this question, we're giving away a book tonight, and this book is by Sam Chan. It's called The Missing Piece: How Christmas Brings the Calm We Crave. And if you're a visitor to our church, we're giving this as a gift. Please take it. If you know anyone, if you know of someone who you think might benefit from this book, please take a copy. I'd rather run out than have any left over, so don't be shy. Please take this book. We want them all gone. And tonight I'm just going to pick out a couple of things from this book and add a couple of things of my own as we just reflect on this Christmas. And the first thing, which was just read to us a little earlier or quoted, is that ancient prophecy from the book of Isaiah that was 700 years before Jesus was born. And my screen's not on. Bit hard for me to read right over there. For unto us a child is born, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And of the greatness of his government and peace, there will be no end. In this book, Sam raises the idea that we need an umpire. Look at the world around you, and we need an umpire. The world is full of conflicts, and the Israeli-Palestinian one, of course, is right in our face. It's just one of them. We need an umpire, someone we can trust, someone who's absolutely wise, someone who's a leader with impeccable integrity and can bring the whole world to peace. The prophecy of Isaiah is telling us that Jesus is the umpire that we're looking for. And it's saying that one day he will rule the world with perfect justice, perfect wisdom, and perfect peace. And the Bible has a lot to say about that, and we're going to have to just gloss over that at the moment, because that's sometime in the future, an unspecified time. But before that happens, we have to note that there's a problem. And the problem has to be sorted out first before we can have a world of peace. And the problem is us, you and me. Jesus could come now and take over the government and rule this country perfectly and have a perfect government, but there'd still be an imperfect world, an imperfect Australia, because we're in it. We're not perfect. So, what the scripture is telling us, that 2,000 years ago, Jesus came to focus on something really important, and that was fixing us so that you and I could be ready for the perfect world to come. So we need to be fixed first. In this little book, it's very short, he quotes or refers to Alexander Solzhenitsyn and has a quote from him. And I'm terrible at Russian names, but I can say Solzhenitsyn because I had to read one of his books in year 12. So I like saying Solzhenitsyn because I can. Alexander Solzhenitsyn was a good guy. He was put in a cruel concentration camp because he criticised the evil regime of Joseph Stalin. And even the smallest criticism would get you into one of these concentration camps, and they call them gulags in Russia. It was a brutal place to be, and he almost died there. And one of the things he was wrestling with is something that we wrestle with all the time. It's very easy for us to think of some people are evil and some people are good. If only we had better ways of identifying the evil people before they came to our country. If only we had better border policies, or if only we could work out who should have a gun and who shouldn't, and we knew that well, rather than have all these loopholes. If only we could sort of sort out the them and us. If we could just have all of us good people and them not here, everything would be better. And it's so easy for us to think that way, and we do think that way all the time. And Solzhenitsyn had a good reason to think that way. His country was run by evil people. They were brutal. Stalin was brutal. His regime was brutal. And when he was in prison, the prison guards were cruel. And it was very easy for him to think, they're the baddies and we're the goodies. But while he was in the gulag, he had a profound thought, a realisation. And his realisation was this, that the boundary between good and evil was not between them and us, or between this country and that country, or this political party or that political party, or this bunch of people or that bunch of people. The line between good and evil, he realised, ran through every human heart. It's a very profound thought. It ran through every human heart, and he came to the realisation that the best of us have evil in us, an evil streak, and the worst of us have a good streak. It's kind of unsettling, but that's the realisation he came to. And sometimes maybe that line in our heart moves this way and that way. But it is exactly what the Bible teaches, and exactly why Jesus came 2,000 years ago, to focus on the problem of our hearts, as recognised by Solzhenitsyn but explained in the Bible. There is a Bible verse, another Bible verse, where it says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts." And this is not future peace for the world. That's another topic for another day. But what this verse says, that we can have this peace of Christ from the Prince of Peace in our hearts right now, today. We don't have to look forward to it. It can be ours today, yours and mine today. And when we have the peace of Christ in our hearts, we can share a little bit of that with the world around us, with our friends, our neighbours, our community. And the world will be a little bit better place if we have the peace of Christ in our hearts. It won't change everything, but it'll change the little bit of world that we are in. And no follower of Jesus, no disciple of Jesus is perfect. It's best to think of a follower of Jesus as being under renovation. And the work of Jesus in us at this point in time in our lives is like the foundation to get us ready for something else, something better. But it's the foundation work that needs to happen, and it needs to happen in this lifetime. And it's also true, as we think about the peace of Christ ruling in our hearts, that those of us who have been Christians for a long, long time, we sometimes forget that. And we need the constant reminders, let the peace of Christ, the Prince of Peace, rule in our hearts, and it changes the way that we live. Sam Chan's little book, he's got some excellent advice on how to opt in. How to opt in to the peace of Christ that you can have right now. The missing piece, how Christmas brings the calm we crave. And his quick advice is this: how do you opt in? Well, admit you have this confused heart with good and evil. Admit that you've got a heart that's a mixture. Believe that Jesus came to fix the problem of our mixed hearts. And so admit, believe, and commit. Commit to Team Jesus. Commit to being a follower of the Prince of Peace. Commit to his agenda. The peace that we want in the world starts with you and me discovering the Prince of Peace and having his peace rule in our hearts. So please grab one of these little books. Don't be shy. I'm really happy to run out of them. Please stay for our sausage sizzle and desserts. And if you've forgotten to pick one up on the way out to the sausage sizzle, I'll make some available on the ramp as you go out. I want to see them all gone. Read it. If you're a guest, it's our gift to you. If you know of someone who you think could be helped by it, or they would like to read it, grab one, take it. Let's completely run out of them, because there's a great message about how the peace of Christmas can change us because it's the peace of Christ. Music group.